When Lester first moved to town and decided to start the organization, he actually found us. He started talking to people and asked, who else do I need to know? And called me and said, I've been told I need to meet you. So that's how I first found out about it. Financial Credit Network is involved in many different philanthropic things. We donate money, we donate time, we have some of our own events that we support. What I love about Hands in the Community is the fact that you know exactly where your money's going. When you support an organization by writing a $5,000 check, let's say, you're never 100% certain who's going to benefit from that. With Hands in the Community, I write a check and it goes directly to the project for the person that they're working with. So I know exactly where my money's going. That's one of the things that I love about it. I also love the fact that I think there's an awful lot of people that have the potential for slipping through the cracks. People don't know about their need. They don't know who to go to for lots of different reasons. And I think the more established Hands in the Community gets in the community, it's a place for those people to call when they need something. And then as Lester builds his network larger and larger for people to call to fill that need, I think it's a beautiful thing. Well, we actually had some used cubicles sitting around and some other, I believe, office furniture. It's been a while now, and we donated quite a few things to help them to establish their office, set up their first office. We do several things a year. One of the things that we do as Financial Credit is Hope Week in May. So we set aside a week where we identify 4 to 5 different projects that the employees can volunteer their time with. And then I give them a morning off work that week to volunteer their time. So Hands in the Community has been one of the things, both of the years that we've done Hope Week, that the employees have been able to help with. And for that, it's generally a project like someone's yard work, or they need help. In fact, most of it's been yard work. I think one of the projects was housekeeping, so they needed help inside the house, but for the most part, it's been in the yard. So we'll go out and evaluate the project, decide how many employees that they need to help clean up their yard, and then send a team out there. The other way that we've helped is by Lester. I'll call Lester and say, what do you need right now? And he'll have a list of 3 or 4 things that maybe he's identified a contractor that will donate his time, but he hasn't identified someone that will buy the supplies, and so then FCN will buy the supplies. I know the staff has absolutely loved the projects that we've helped with. They've loved the fact that it's hands-on. They get to meet the person that they're actually helping. The one lady that we helped this year in her yard, she had Danish for us that morning and kind of supervised us all day, so everybody got to spend a little bit of time with her, which was great. I think other businesses should get involved mainly because of what I already talked about with respect to exactly where your money's going. The money stays in this community. You are helping people that have reached out or that someone knows about that has a specific need. And there's no better way to feel good than to know that you've directly helped somebody. I don't recall the first time Lester walked through the door and came in and introduced himself and started talking to us, but it seems like every time he comes in, he's got a heart-touching story about somebody who really needs something, and he knows the nitty-gritty details about the person, exactly what they need and why they need it. And for me personally, it's really hard not to write a check when there's that kind of need, and and it's usually not that expensive. I think the most expensive thing that we've done was some mold remediation in someone's house. We paid for that to be taken care of. But so many times it's a couple of $100s to get a person from where they are today to where they need to be. And it always touches my heart. It's hard for me not to do it. In so many cases, this person is just inches away from whatever the next step is, or the other way around, they're inches away from falling off a cliff or slipping through the cracks or whatever. And to know that you've written a check and you have helped that person accomplish what they needed to accomplish, or their electricity bill isn't going to get turned off, or to me it's the right thing to do. when you know about a need and you have the means, it's the right thing to do.